Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Thank you for joining me today. I'm super excited to have you here, and I know that it's a very, very special and historic and significant day in so many, many ways. But I'm really glad that you could join me. I love Wellness Wednesdays because that's the day where no matter what I have going on, I take a little extra time to give myself a little bit of a buffer during the week and take care of my wellness needs, whatever they may be, whether that's getting more exercise or doing some meal prep or resting or doing some other kind of self care, whatever that is. Wednesdays, I give myself a little extra time. I also make time for you because I love sharing, what's going on and what I'm thinking and what I want to help you with today and for the next couple of weeks. We're still talking about detoxing, and I'm going to explain to you some of the do's and don'ts of a detox diet. And you may or may not be on a quote detox or anything like that, but generally when we think of detoxing, we think of reducing our food intake, first step, and quote getting healthier, whatever that means. And we kind of think that a detox is a way to punish ourselves for past behavior or a way to purge or make up for bad behavior, and that's not exactly it. And a lot of people also think that, oh, well, I'm just not a detox person, because you may have tried to do a detox in the past, but maybe you had the wrong mindset or the wrong tools or the wrong approach, and it kind of didn't work. And it's not a pleasant thing when you're putting your body through a grueling experience and forgetting to focus on the fact that a detox is really a period of healing, and it takes more than just some juice drinks or some fasting to get that detoxing thing happening. And the cool thing is your body is a natural detox machine for sure. It naturally, in all of the things that our body releases, the fluids of our body, our breath, our blood, lymph system, sweat, our kidneys, and urinary tract and bladder, our intestines and large intestine, and let's see what else. Our liver is a detoxer. Our bodies, our lungs are detoxers. I mean, our tears are detoxing. So really, we are built for the process of detox. The only thing is we don't give ourselves maybe enough time or attention on specific acts of detox or specific aspects, so that we never get ahead of the game. It's like the garbage is always backed up. And if you've been watching me for the last couple of weeks and tuning into when I talked about the mindset and the 4 detox mistakes you're making, and when we also talked about the yoga moves that can help you in your detox process, you'll remember that I mentioned your lymph system is your body's kind of sewage system, and it doesn't have a pump. The way your blood has a heart, and it's a pump, and it makes the blood travel all around, and the blood makes this exchange of nutrients with the cells and takes waste away and then dumps it into the lymph system. And the lymph system has to process all of that in some way, shape, or form. I get fuzzy on all of the details, but what I do know is the lymph doesn't have a pump. You have to actually move and be active in order for your body to assist your body in all of these detoxing processes, like breathing. When you get moving around, you start breathing more, and that helps to saturate your blood with oxygen and helps your cells, release carbon dioxide and make that exchange. And also, when you are starving yourself, going way too extreme, or doing something that's really doesn't feel right for you, your body's going to tense up. It's going to go into stress mode. It's going to go into fight or flight, and it's going to hang on to fat, which is where your toxins are held. So that doesn't really work either. So go back and review those. But also, I want you to think about, how can I take some daily steps to incorporate detoxing and support my body and allow it to do the thing it's meant to do. So with that in mind, let's get started. I just really love being able to share these topics with you, figure out what is helpful, what is, not quite, not actually, going to be helpful to you. And so in this little half hour that we have together, I really want you to be here now. I want you to clear the decks, close the door, turn off the phone, settle in and focus, and give yourself permission to tune into you and refocus some of your energy on taking care of you. It's vital that we all do that. And no one's going to give you permission to do that. No one's going to say, oh, honey, you look so haggard. Just take a break. No one's going to do that. You have to do that for yourself. So let's do that right now. Take a nice deep breath. A little detoxing. And just breathing. Really deep. Get it really deep. And fully exhale. That's nice. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Vicki Whitking, and I am a holistic wellness coach, a writer, and a teacher. And I'm actually, I have my so-called energy hands in a bit of everything. I love astrology. I love chakra, energy healing work. I love essential oils. I love meditation and crystals. Oh yes, I've got one of my favorite crystals right here. I don't know, can you see that? My little amethyst chunk that I got from a lady over in Paradise Valley on the Yellowstone River. She was a cute little lady and was very generous to me in gifting me that rock. And, I've found out over the years of just constant study and working with clients one-on-one in my office or on the phone or now over video chat. For the last over 12 years, I've been working with women. And I've found that first up, we're all the same. We all go through tons of struggles. No one is ever on top of it completely. And the more that you can change your mindset about what's going on, the easier it is to change all of the other things. We think that we have to change the outer world, but really we have to change how we think about and perceive the outer world. So today we're going to do that with detox dieting. But honestly, it all comes down to you don't have to pick and choose just one mode of healing or avenue of bliss or ways of filling up your bucket, whatever you want to call it. You can put all of your passions together in a really, really unique way. And that's exactly what I did. I thought, well, which one am I going to pick? Am I going to pick crystals? Am I going to pick herbs? Am I going to pick, whatever else I was into 15, 20 years ago? And I learned that I needed to take those things that I see and put them together in a really cool way and then share them with my clients so that they get transformation, so that they're able to level up their lives with just simple steps. Because not all of you need to know everything about the 7 different levels of the lower energy field or the 13 chakras or of the lower body. Like, you don't need to know all of that. But I have taken that importance of it and made some really cool tools for you to use in your life. So stick with me. I'm going to keep on sharing those with you as we go. But honestly, I'm not any better than any of you. I have my off days. I have my on days. I have days where I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't handle this. It's fine. In the end of the day, I try to do better than yesterday. I try to wrap up my day feeling satisfied and like I got someone else's needs met, or I got my own needs met. And on a great day, it was both, but that doesn't always happen, right? And yeah, I'm not perfect. I'm not anything. I'm just someone who has a message to share. And the fact that we have been so internalized into being always productive or never good enough or always needing to give to everyone else without filling ourselves up. It's running a deficit in our lives on these energetic levels, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And I'm here to help you stop all that leak and fill yourself back up. So let's do that with the do's and don'ts of a detox diet. So the purpose of a detox, it's not just about dropping 20 pounds or whatever, because that's a really dangerous kind of pattern to get into. It's about removing built up toxins in the body, first up. And that's a process. It takes a while for your body to start to let go of that. And you probably have to refocus on healthy habits and stop putting the toxins in for at least, a period of time to allow for this process to happen. It's a period of nourishing and recharging the body. And you can't do that over a weekend cleanse. You can't do that over a 3 to 5 day juice fast. It just isn't going to happen. There's many elements that go into a proper detox. Today, we're just talking about the food, but really what you're doing is you're allowing your body to heal and rest. How does that sound? And honestly, right now, in the, darker part of winter here in the Northern Hemisphere, it's a really great time to rest, to pull inward, to give your body a break, to give your mind a break. And hopefully after today, we can all take a break, take a step back, get some perspective, and allow ourselves to collectively clean the slate and move forward. So a detox is great for that. And again, we detox mentally, emotionally, physically, on all levels of our life for a detox to really take hold and to really have some impact on a lot of, different levels. So let's go into this with a little bit of safety in mind. So detoxes can be really rough on your body, especially if you have a lot of toxins in them. So it's important to start slowly. And in 2 weeks ago, I mentioned how we need to lay off the what shouldn't I eat for like a week. Keep everything really simple. Don't add in a whole lot of fancy new stuff or try to make a whole lot of big changes right away. Just do some small things and build up over time. Listen to your body. Is it feeling better? Are you getting bloated? Are you feeling that, your body's dumping a lot of toxins and you're feeling icky? How is that, affecting you? Because you can't just think you're going to detox and then go on a 6-week business trip and have a really intense period during your detox. It doesn't work that way. You need to focus on making positive changes rather than focusing on all the things that you're not supposed to do anymore. Because a lot of us, the reason for a detox is because we've been ingesting in various ways and consuming in various ways things that are clogging us up and keeping us from having our best vitality and energy and productivity. And then when we're done with the detoxing, whether that's, a week of, eliminating, a week of adding power foods, a few days of maybe a light fast to give your body a true digestive break and really flush things out, and then bring it back again to focusing on power foods, fruits and vegetables, whole grains, water. And then you can move back into, having a cheeseburger or a glass of wine or something like that. But if you're abruptly, just cutting yourself off in the middle of a juice cleanse and going and having a big dinner, you're not helping yourself. In fact, I think you might be harming yourself. So really, we want to do our detox in a safe, progressive way. And then these little daily practices that you're focusing on during a detox, it's very easy to add them into your daily routines, like drinking lemon ginger water in the morning when you get up, or doing things like breathing exercises to help you shift your stress levels so that you're not hanging on to stress fat is kind of what I call it. There's a whole lot of ways that you can support your body in eliminating and rejuvenating itself. It's really not a big deal. It should be this small little things that we do every day. So what should we avoid when we're on a detox? Dietary wise, next week I'm going to talk about some other things that we should avoid in our physical world. And then we're going to talk about our emotional and spiritual worlds as well. But on our plates, we want to avoid being too aggressive with detoxing and like eliminating everything and only drinking juice for 6 weeks. That's just not realistic or safe, like I said before. I also want you to avoid struggling through someone else's plan. You can take someone else's framework, but you need to make it your own and listen to your body and do it gently so that you can get to that level. A lot of times detoxing is getting to one level and falling back, and then getting up to that level again and falling back a little, and then getting up to another and then falling back. And then you work it and work it and work it. It's something that takes time and dedication and patience. I want you to avoid depriving your body of nutrients because, like I said before, if your body goes into starvation mode, it's just going to hang on to all of that, the stress fat and the stress toxins that are in there. So we need to focus on giving our body really great nutrient dense foods without all the junk on the side. And, for some of you, you've never picked up a piece of kale in your life. And I feel sorry for you because kale's so delicious. But really, it's your body needs nutrients to repair and to cleanse. You with me? I want you to avoid giving up and binging when you think you're done or can't have anymore. I want you to taper back onto high fiber fruits and vegetables and really healthy, whole grain things for a while so that your body can naturally, gently get back into the digestive groove. And then I also want you to avoid staying on it too long. And now this is the extended version where if you're doing like a 3 to 5 day juice cleanse, that is like A+ level. Not many people can even get to that level of doing a cleanse. Maybe you do a 1 day, water broth fast, and then, return to soups and salads for a couple of days. But if you stay on a long juice cleanse more than 3 to 5 days, especially if you haven't worked it up and have a plan to work it down, it's just a little bit dangerous for your body. But if you've done it right, it can be really, really healing. Absolutely. But you should probably do that if you're going to go to the really intense detoxing with a professional to help you along the way. So do it smart, do it safe, do it gently. Okay, on to the good stuff. What can't I eat? So you probably know already what's on your list. Sugar. And that doesn't necessarily mean anything with sugar, but we really need to cut it completely as much as we can. Just lay off of the sugar. Alcohol, which is actually a more dangerous form of sugar, and your body will stop processing food in lieu of processing alcohol. So if you're constantly putting alcohol in your body's storing fat to compensate for the detoxing alcohol that it needs to do. And it's very exhausting for your body. So a lot of you are like, even after just 1 or 2 glasses of wine, I'm tired the next day. It's like, yeah, because your body needs to detox more and you're backed up. And all right, processed foods, anything that comes in wrappers or packages or is in less than its natural state, you need to really take a good look at that and avoid it for a while. And it's not that hard to do, especially if you're filling up your plate with things you can eat, which I'm going to get to, I promise. Bread, pasta, crackers, cereal, that kind of stuff, unless they're whole grain and in small little somethings, it's best to just sort of avoid those as well. Gluten-free, maybe it's okay, but really, anything that's that processed to be crushed up like a cracker, it shouldn't be something that we're relying on for a lot of calories. We need to go into the whole grains, and I'll get into that in a moment. And up to that point on this list, most of that is all just sugar. It just turns into sugar in your body. It turns into that sugar fix that you got to have, your sugar, whatever. And I totally get it. And if you haven't been giving your body enough nutrients and it's searching for that, it's going to want sugar because sugar is such a quick, easy fix for those nasty, they're called ghrelin, Grelin, ghrelin hormones that give you that hangry craving, right? And it's out of control. There are ways to reduce these sugar cravings, and detoxing for a period of time is definitely part of the practice. Message me if you want more ideas about how to trim off those sugar and alcohol cravings. They're mental, they're emotional, they're physical, they're crazy, and we definitely need more tools than just willpower to sometimes get around those cravings. Cheese, milk, other dairy products, they can tend to be heavy. They can tend to weight us down. Maybe just a sprinkle is honestly all you need after a certain point. If you're thinking that you can't feel satisfied without cheesy carbs, I would tend to differ. If you had been fasting for a while and somebody served you a nice bowl of rice and vegetables, you'd probably eat it and think it was delicious. I mean, honestly, anything artificial flavoring or colors, out of your shopping cart, off your list, out of the basket, no, off the plate, no, no, no. I don't care if you're detoxing or not. These things should not be part of your regular diet ever. And then anything you can't pronounce. So any of those polysorbate, blah, 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 you got to read your labels. And those, I mean, honestly, if you backed off all of this, most of the time, you'd feel so much better. I promise you would. And this is not news to anybody, but it's hard to change our habits and plan ahead so we don't find ourselves in the drive-through, on the way to work or something. So what can I eat? I always depend on smoothies. Smoothies. I have them in the freezer, and it's just such a satisfying and easy way to get your basic fruits and vegetables and some other things like chia seeds or wheat germ or however you super nutrient it up. Salads, take a whole shelf in your fridge and make it into a salad bar shelf. Think about that salad bar that you love at the grocery store or deli. Recreate your favorite things in little containers and just be able to whip up a salad at any time, or put them all together in a big mason jar. Veggie soups or broths, if it's vegetarian and actually vegan, it's absolutely going to be detoxifying. Soups are easy to digest. They usually have some soluble fiber and whole grains in them, maybe some beans or other legumes or nuts or seeds or something in it that makes it nutrient dense. And then it's got a lot of water. So it's easy to digest, and your body goes, oh, okay, well, we can take care of that and flush some other stuff out too, because we got our nutrients, we got our water. The soups are so good, and they last in the fridge for 3 or 4 days. So you can make a big batch and then not have to worry about it. I actually took out of my freezer on Monday nights, I make soup because I decided Monday nights, I need something that's either pre-made or heat and eat. And I had sauteed onions, carrots, and celery, frozen, ready to go in a little packet. And then I had leftover quinoa, and I had some bean soup mix. And I just threw some of that in the Instant Pot and then cooked the beans, and then made up the soup with a can of plum tomatoes and some spices. And that has been my detoxing afternoon lunch for the last 2-3 days. And I haven't had to think about what I'm going to eat, or I have something backup if I need a second night of, I didn't make anything tonight, so we'll just have soup again, which is totally fine. And on a detox, you want to keep it simple. So having, 3 nights of the same thing actually gives your body a bit of a break. Fruit waters. For those of you who are like, oh, I don't like water, which is actually, I understand, but get a great water filter and do some fruit waters. And they're so simple. You just put a couple pieces of produce inside of your water container and sip on it. And then that's that. It just gives the water just a very lovely flavor. You can use any kind of fruit that you like, up to including cucumber, which is technically a fruit. Juices. So I'm talking like fresh juices that have come from a juicer, not like the juices you buy in the breakfast cereal aisle, but like, health food store quality juices. And they're good for a detox because you don't have to digest all of that bulk. But honestly, I don't do juicing all that often because unless I'm on like a raft trip or something and it's like a good convenient electrolyte source. But you're taking all the pulp out. I kind of prefer smoothies so that all of that fiber gets into my body. But what if juices are great, and sometimes juices are great for delivering things that you only need a shot of, like wheatgrass juice, and it's just real quick, So either way, quinoa or other grains like amaranth or millet or barley can be really great. Brown rice, even white rice, just, to give yourself that little bit of extra bulk and have it be easy to digest. Again, that's what we want with a detox. So your body can focus on clearing and healing rather than detoxing a really heavy meal. And then lean protein and small amounts, because you really don't need that much, and healthy fats like avocado or almond butter. If you have questions about what some of these are, check the link below. When I finish this video, I'm going to post up a little spreadsheet for this, or a little download for this, where you have all of these links, and then you can look at my Pinterest boards and get some inspiration, and not have an excuse for, well, I'm detoxing, but at 4 o'clock I had a big headache, so I went through the Starbucks drive-through, and I guess now my detox didn't work. No, you just didn't plan ahead. And again, it's not about starving yourself. It's about easing off the stuff you shouldn't be eating and amping up the stuff you should, and giving your body a break on that nourishment kind of level. So that is what I have for you today. But also, I want to give you my free book, which is going to be down in that link section. 4 detox mistakes you're making. It's going to take all of this, put it together for you in a really easy to use format. That is my free gift for you for watching today. I am so happy that you could join me, because Wellness Wednesday, it really is my favorite day. It's my midpoint of the week where I gauge where I'm going, where I've been, and if I've been doing the right thing, or I need to course correct real quick. I mean, you just never know what the week is going to bring to you. So I have those 2 points, Wednesdays and Sundays, where it's like, am I ready for the week? Am I ready for the weekend? And then I don't have to scramble every day. I'm ready. And I hope you can be too. So for more tips, keep watching. And I'm so glad that you could join me today. Next week, I'm going to talk about how to detox your life in 3 easy steps. And I'm not talking about diet or exercise. All right. So until then, be well.